Alright, so to make this patch, there's a few steps that we're going to have to take. So right now we're going to kind of get the base of the sound set up, and then we're going to use a little bit of this patch bay over here to kind of expand and add a little bit to this sound. But let's start off by kind of setting up these knobs here. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to set the envelope just really long, add a little bit of attack just to kind of smooth out that sound so that it's not as harsh of a pluck. I'm going to, let's see, turn up the resonance a little bit here so it's at about 15 to 20%. Set the volume about halfway. Then let's see, what else we got here? So we're going to turn the VCF, I'll leave it about 75%. And let's see, the LFO I'm going to bring all the way up to the audio, like audible range. And I don't need to touch the pulse width, I'm going to leave it on the saw wave. And leave the mix all the way down. Cut off right now, I'm going to bring all the way down. So now if we listen to that, it's just a very long cut off saw wave right now. Actually, I'm going to turn the VCF all the way up, so now we kind of get that full pluck. So it is kind of a warm saw wave, nothing too special right now. But what we're going to do now is we're going to actually patch the patch bay. So we're going to need, I believe, 4 patch cables for this. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to patch our LFO triangle into the mix 2 port. So that's the right side of this pot over here, which goes to the VC mix. So you mix between the 2 different sources. Then we're going to take the output of the VC mix and patch that over into the VCO 1 volt octave. Then we're going to take our VC mix control and we're going to patch that to our envelope. And last but not least, we're going to patch our keyboard to our LFO rate. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring our octave all the way up to either the 7th or the 8th octave that we have on this keyboard. And now let's see, I'm going to turn the volume down just in case. If we start playing here, now we have kind of like a cool, we have like a almost sci-fi laser sound. Let's see, we turn the cutoff up a little bit here, see what we get. Maybe bring that down a little bit. Let's see if we mess around with the VC mix, what do we get? Let's see if we bring down the octave a little bit. Very interesting sound there. Very aggressive bass sound there. Go back up. What if we had some more resonance? Bring up the cutoff a little bit. Maybe bring the decay down a little bit more. A little bit less mix. Make that decay a little bit longer. What if we add some more attack there? See, what if we actually set this, bring the decay down a little bit, and let's actually set this to, let's see, I'm just going to, let's see, what if we just set this to run? Turn the VCA mode on. Let's see, bring in some noise. Very interesting sound. It's very, like, it sounds almost like watery, like wet. It's interesting. What if we try a pulse wave? Let's see, what if we change the LFO triangle over to the square? That's interesting. Ooh. This is just getting crazy. It's even more interesting now because it's not even clipping on my audio interface. That's actually just the distorted sound coming out of the synth. It's just so gritty. So still got those undertones of that like resonancy, wetness. It's just a very interesting like frequency modulation sound. It's very interesting what you can do with that one octave octave port. There's a lot of different things you can patch into that to create some really cool sounds. One thing that's also interesting to experiment with is actually patching the VCO waves back into the octave. Create some really interesting sounds when you get into those middle to bassy frequencies, because the oscillators become almost like LFOs at that point, so they're modulating themselves in really interesting ways. So, but I think that's it for today. We created definitely some interesting sounds. I'm going to leave a screen grab of the actual patch itself in the description below that you guys can check out. And obviously I'll leave a link to the synth below if you guys are interested in checking that out. If you guys have any questions, there's some other videos I've made kind of talking about the synth. So definitely check those out. I'll leave those in the description as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely making content like this all the time. I love working with the synthesizer. It's always a great time. So definitely subscribe if you haven't to see more content like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Changing the minds, pretend while chasing the clouds away.